Now is the time to get a head start on voting for the May 22nd elections. Early voting began today and goes until May 18th. The gubernatorial candidates were in Macon today and told 41 NBC's Tanya Motorzitsky how they're encouraging early voting. Tanya.
Michael, this election is setting records. Macon Bid District 1 voters have 2 separate elections. It's also an all-time low for absentee ballots being requested.
All-time first. Here in Bibb County, we've never ran 2 dual parallel elections at one time, ever.
There's the primary and local elections. Then there's the special election in Macon-Bibb County to fill former Commissioner Gary Bechtel's seat.
Governor's seat is up for grabs, and that's the major race, kind of like the president.
You'd think with a big election as this, there'd be steady lines of voters.
I would say an all-time low for turnout for the beginning of the election.
Board of Elections election supervisor Jeanette Watson says they've only sent out a handful of absentee ballots.
I think we've sent a little less than 200 out.
Gubernatorial candidate Casey Cagle stopped in Macon Monday during his 2-week-long campaign bus tour. He isn't worried about the low turnout at the polls.
It's early, and obviously, school is still in. A lot of activities that are taking the attention away from the election itself. But obviously, that's why we're doing a bus tour, to stir up excitement.
Former House Democratic leader now running for governor, Stacey Abrams, was in Macon too. She was joined by local leaders and actresses to get momentum going on early voting.
So we want people to get in there and let their voice be heard. So we know that early voting is how we sort of can tell where we're going. So it's a good idea for you to get in there and let everybody know who you are.
We're out here on the first day for early voting and trying to energize the voters and just get people excited about this moment in history.
Voters should receive a paper like this with dates and more information on the back. It'll tell you how to read your voter registration card. She says some get confused, but it says what district you're in and everything you need to know. Michael.
Now, Watson says in order to vote, you must bring a picture ID to the Board of Elections office. If you do not vote during the early election, you'll need to go to your designated polling place.